Let's dive into the fascinating world of voice transformation, specifically focusing on changing active voice into passive voice in the simple future tense. This is a crucial skill in English, and mastering it can really enhance your writing and speaking. First, let's clarify what we mean by active and passive voice. In the active voice, the subject performs the action. For example, the chef will prepare the meal. Here, the chef is the doer. In passive voice, the focus shifts to the action being done to the subject. So, the passive version would be, the meal will be prepared by the chef. Notice how the meal is now the focus, and the doer is mentioned later. Now, let's break down the rules for transforming sentences from active to passive in the simple future tense. The structure in the active voice typically follows this pattern. Subject plus will plus base form of the verb plus object. In our example, the chef is the subject, will prepare is the verb phrase, and the meal is the object. To convert this into passive voice, we need to follow a specific formula. Subject plus will be plus past participle of the verb plus by plus agent. So, we take the meal, which becomes our new subject, add will be, and then use the past participle of prepare, which is prepared. Finally, we can include the original subject, by the chef, but it's optional. So, we get, the meal will be prepared by the chef. Now, let's look at negative structures. In the active voice, if we want to say that something will not happen, we simply add not after will. For example, the chef will not prepare the meal. To change this to passive voice, we follow the same structure. The meal will not be prepared by the chef. The key here is to place not right after will, maintaining the integrity of the future tense. Next, let's tackle interrogative structures, which are questions. In the active voice, we would say, will the chef prepare the meal? To convert this into passive voice, we need to rearrange it slightly. Will the meal be prepared by the chef? Notice how we start with will, followed by the new subject, the meal, and then we use be with the past participle prepared. Now, let's summarize the forms of verbs and helping verbs we use in the simple future tense. The helping verb is always will, and when we switch to passive voice, we add be after will. The main verb in the active voice is in its base form, while in the passive voice, we use the past participle form. So, to recap, in active voice, we have subject plus will plus base verb plus object. In passive voice, it transforms to subject plus will be plus past participle plus by plus agent. This applies to affirmative, negative, and interrogative sentences. Understanding these structures not only helps you communicate more effectively, but also allows you to vary your sentence construction, making your language richer and more engaging. With practice, switching between active and passive voice will become second nature, enhancing your overall command of the English language.